us a definition of that.
Well, the way that our residents see it and I see it is independence is a state of mind almost. You're as independent as you feel. The legal definition is independence is on your own or with help. So our facility, we have embraced the with help. So now not only can you be independent, drive on your own, and do all the things that you're used to doing in your own home, but maybe you need a little bit of extra therapy or something like that. We also have a company called NIT helping us with that as well on site.
Well, that is great. Now it's 55 plus.
Yes.
And how are things right now? Or do you have some availabilities for our listeners?
We do. And hopefully they like a lot of space because everything we have available right now for move-in ready is 2-bedroom, 2-bath. We have 3 homes that are ready for you to move in.
And they are homes.
That's the way we call it. Some of the paperwork, gives those legal terms of unit or apartment, but we like to say it's a home. Most of them are at or bigger than your home now. We do have a few smaller ones, but right now the available are about 1,200 square feet, which that's a good size home.
Yes. Now, is it primarily couples that are over there, or do you have some single residents?
It's a little split. I think currently we have 7 or 8 couples, which is the most we've ever had. With 28 units or homes, 7 of them being couples is quite a lot.
That is pretty good. Now, this is the 25th year for Regency?
Yes, this will be our first residents moved in November of 97. So we are in our 20th year.
And you've been there, not all 25, but you've been there for some time.
Not quite half. It'll be 12 years. So.
And you've been a part of this Ladies' Day pretty much since you came on board at Regency.
Yeah, we were just talking about Greg invited me to come on that first year, and I've been doing it ever since.
How did you come to be a part of Regency, April?
Well, I was looking for a job that actually met my needs for being a mom of 3 children with some with disabilities. And so I actually went to a company here in town and they helped me find the job there. Interestingly enough, I thought I was applying for an office job to pay bills and do paperwork. That's the least of what I do there. So,
well, tell us a little bit about your responsibilities. What are you all in charge of?
I mostly community relations, taking care of the residents' needs, whatever they might be. Sometimes it's as small as putting new batteries in their remote control, which seems insignificant, but when you have to call a family member to help you because you don't know what's wrong with your TV, it's easier for me to come do that. Or as large as we lost half our roof in the derecho and had to coordinate all of that and getting us a new roof and getting all of that taken care of. So.
Now, do you have basic hours or you are also on call?
Correct. Yeah. So I list the office hours from 9 to 1, Monday through Friday. So that's when I can be expected to be available in the office. Otherwise, I'm on call 24/7, but I'm on site most days from 8 till 1, sometimes till 3.
Now, you're not the only one there for Regency. I would imagine you've got other people who work and have other responsibilities.
We do. We have a housekeeper, which is really not her title. I think her title should be executive assistant because she's my second hand. And then we have a maintenance man. And they've both been there longer than I have.
And I would imagine they are a great benefit for the residents.
Oh, yeah, they are. Shelly, she checks on the residents. She knows their routines. She makes sure that their needs are met on a level that is a little above and beyond, I feel. And also Steve as well. If he's in their apartment fixing their sink and they need something else or a picture moved or something, he takes care of it.
Again, visiting with April McFall from the Regency. Now, what are some of the comments that you hear from people who have recently moved in and they're experiencing the Regency for the first time?
The biggest comment is they wish they'd done it sooner. And I say that and people sometimes think it's a tagline, but it's really the truth. You no longer have to worry about the maintenance of your home, worry about calling that repair person or getting that help, or bothering. A lot of times they think they're bothering their loved ones with small things, and also the family atmosphere.
Let's talk a little bit about what you all do have to offer there. Because you do have quite a bit there. I mean, run over what the monthly fees actually cover.
That monthly fee covers your basics, your water, sewer, garbage, cable TV. We have wireless internet through the building, and then repair and replacement on every appliance. So if it's there before you move in, we're going to take care of it for you, from something as simple as the batteries in your smoke alarm to your furnace or air conditioner. And we do repair or replace those as needed. And even I've had residents who've lived there over 10 years, and they want new carpet after 10 years, and we will do that as well while you're still living there. So we really try to make it your home, and you can make those adjustments as you need.
That's a good point. I would imagine they are trying to make it their home, so they're going to make it to what they want.
Yes, I have built an entire porch for a resident. They paid for some of it. We paid for some of it. I've had residents take out a wall that make their kitchen bigger. One lady brought her walk-in bathtub from home.
Took out a wall? Yes, actually take out a wall.
Yes.
And they were able to do something like that.
Yes.
I would imagine they get permission first.
Yes.
So patio or porches. So you get the opportunity to select the patio or the porch.
Yeah, so depending on what's available, which right now we have both options available, they can choose, what they would like. And it's interesting because you might think that someone would always choose a porch over a patio, but there are those who felt they wouldn't use a porch, so they choose the patio.
Again, you're located right across the street from us here on 13th Avenue, and actually they get a pretty good view. It's actually quite scenic back there.
They do, and they love seeing the deer come by. It's been a little less since the developments in the area, but they love the deer. We love all the little critters. We don't really like the raccoons, but 13th Avenue North takes care of those.
No steps.
Yeah, it's all on one floor. In fact, the building is 1/6 of a mile around on the inside, and so you can get your walking done inside. And if you want to walk outside, like on a day like today, you can walk all the way down to the Canonical, and they have some gardens and things you can walk through over there. So
I was going to ask you about that. I mean, it's like one big area. You can go from one house to another house, or home to another home.
Yeah, it's not exactly circular. We do have 6 sides, but inside, like I say, you just walk all the way around in one circle, and get your exercise done, and you can go to your neighbor's house and not go outside.
And then it looks like everybody's got a garage over there.
Well, just about everybody.
Just about, okay.
Yeah, I wish we had one for every apartment. It just didn't work out that way in the building. But for the most part, we have a garage for everyone who is driving. We have attached garages, 23 of those. And then we have 4 unattached garages that they can also utilize.
Okay, visiting with April McFall about the Regency. Coming up will be a check of the weather. Winkle, Parker & Foster, their firm provides outstanding service to their clients because of their dedication to the 3 underlying principles of professionalism, responsiveness, and quality. At Winkle, Parker & Foster of Clinton, they provide financial planning, tax services for business and individuals, accounting services, and QuickBooks services. Winkle, Parker & Foster, certified public accountants and consultants. They are located at 1301 19th Avenue Northwest, just off the Mill Creek Parkway in Clinton.
Hello, all Clinton area brides. It's that time of year again. Mark your calendars for March 5th.
Are you looking for that perfect cake?
Have you found that beautiful venue yet?
And what about that super awesome photographer?
What about those invites?
Come to the Clinton Area Bridal Fair, March 5th. The bridal fair this year is Sunday, March 5th from 12 to 3 at the Vista Grande.
Find all your vendors for your big day and complimentary hors d'oeuvres.
You can win over $2,500 in gift certificates.
Tickets available for $5 at Bogle's, Clinton Printing, Cake Fantasies, or at the door. See you
See
March
you March
5th
5th at the Vista Grande.
It's time now for the Storm Track 8 weather forecast, brought to you by Frary Lumber.
A little less in the way of wind and rain today. We're expecting partly cloudy skies this morning to become mostly cloudy. We'll see temperatures near 50 this afternoon. Clouds continue to increase tonight with light rain developing. We'll be in the upper 30s. And for Wednesday, partly cloudy, much warmer, highs in the upper 50s. With your Storm Track 8 forecast, I'm meteorologist Andrew Stutzky.
Currently, we have fair skies and a temperature of 40 degrees. Winds are out of the west at 5 miles per hour. This weather report on KROS has been brought to you by Frary Lumber.
Having adequate kitchen storage is necessary. You also want your cabinets to be functional and attractive. That's what Marilat Kitchen and Bath Cabinets from Frary Lumber in Fulton offers you. Choose from the Marilat Classic, Basics, or Masterpiece collections to fit your design and lifestyle, with the accessories and hardware to give you the customizable options you want. So if you're building or remodeling, visit the showroom today and discover the wide variety of Marilat cabinetry available at Frary Lumber, 912 2nd Street in Fulton.
Oh, sorry about the cough. This is your gas furnace down here in the basement. And when you fail to change my filter, it makes it hard for me to blow hot air into your home. The heating specialist at Air Control Inc. in Clinton, Iowa also said that replacing your filter decreases the amount of energy I need to use trying to keep your family warm. You should also consider having me serviced at least once a year. I don't want to think about what would happen if I stopped working. Call Air Control Inc. today to schedule an appointment. 563-243-7228 or visit ACIfabricators.com.
Ladies' Day 2023, and we're visiting with April McFall of Regency. Let's get into some of the features. A community room, you've got an exercise room, you got a library over there.
Yeah.
Tell us all about that.
Well, the exercise room, when we renovated some things in 2014, we purchased a new step, which is what they use in heart rehabs and other areas for rehabilitation if you have a knee replaced or something. And so we have that. And then we do have some resident upright bikes that they utilize there, and then some weights and things. And residents seem to really enjoy getting in there, especially in the winter months, and getting some exercise.
I would think so. And that now, is this all part of the community room, or are these different rooms?
They're different rooms. Community room is right off the front there, and we have a patio, and we actually grill over the summertime for the residents. And that community room is available for all residents to use for their family. So baby shower or any type of party, birthday party, or whatever they want to use it for. I know we have a couple groups in the area that come and have their meetings there. Some of the residents are part of those groups, and so they bring them in and have it as a meeting room. The library is just another, it's kind of like a little alcove, like I talked about. It's a circle walking around on the inside, and there's just little cutouts that you can stop in and grab a book or go and exercise.
What's the hobby shop?
So we have turned one of those garages into a shop for residents to use for whatever they want. Over the summer, we had a resident paint a bench that they put out outside on their patio. So there's some saws in there, tools in there. Over the years, residents have brought things from their homes and added to the collection, and then they use that.
Interesting. And a guest room.
Yeah.
How does that work?
We are a nonprofit, so we treat it like a hotel, but we just do by donation. And so when you have a family member come into town, instead of getting a hotel room, they can rent our guest room and stay there on site.
How convenient.
Yeah.
And a van service. I didn't realize you had a van service.
Yes. So we do have a van. They can take it to appointments, hair, nails, medical, and then we have also taken people to visit friends or family, or go to the casino, or do different things around town. And
I would think one thing that the residents really enjoy is the secured entry, the feeling of safety.
Yes, that is one of our best assets. You cannot get in the building unless you know somebody or you have a key. We had a in the past, we've had a resident who's had law enforcement as family members, and they couldn't get in the building because, family member wasn't answering the phone, and no one would let them in because they didn't have a purpose for being there.
Let's talk a little bit about the activities before we get into the song on this half hour. Bingo, potluck, crafting, you got a lot of different activities for the residents to get involved in.
We do. This year, I think we've kind of turned a corner. We have a lot of residents who like to do activities. And so we do our potlucks twice a month. And you have the opportunity to cook or purchase something and bring it. And then Regency, once a month, we provide that main dish for them. So as soon as we get into these warm months, we'll be grilling, which they love. And then we do some other things like get it out into the community. So we'll do lunch bunch. We'll go pick a restaurant here in town and just have lunch together. And we'll also, we've done some different things with some of the other independent livings in Clinton, just trying to foster that family. Our residents have friends at other communities in Clinton. And so we've been partnering with them as well.
Great activities. So you got a movie club?
We do. Right now, they are really watching those Hawkeyes and kind of not going to the movie part of it. Girls basketball, guys basketball.
Well, what a weekend
football.
for the Iowa Hawkeyes. I mean, the men down by 11 with a minute to go, they come back, and then the women knock off Indiana on a last-second shot.
Yeah, it's crazy. But we're really lucky to have a lot of Hawkeye fans. We'll take other fans too, but we do have Hawkeye fans.
So you'll allow other fans as well.
Yeah.
One more thing before we get into the song. Men's and ladies chat.
Yes.
What's that?
Well, they decided that they wanted to just have a time where they could just talk amongst themselves. I do not attend. They don't want the director of the facility in their little chat groups. Once in a while, they'll invite me if they have a really good topic. The ladies just sort of talk about whatever, and the men seem to have a theme every time that they get together. So they have a topic they're talking about. And so it's very different, both of them.
Now, you were soliciting help from some of the residents to pick out a song, and you really never did come up with anything. You said you liked the 80s. So I suggested Fleetwood Mac. So you thought this would be a good one?
Yeah, that'll be a really good song.
Talk about in the past with Greg, it's the NIT. Talk about that.
Yeah, so we were looking at some options for the last year, probably, of helping our residents stay independent. And one of the things that we discovered is they were ending up in the hospital for things that we felt were preventable, like a fall or something like that. And anytime you have a fall, there's probably something preceding that maybe caused it. And so we actually, in partnership with a couple of communities here in Clinton, we discovered NIT. And they already service a couple other of the Clinton, Iowa communities. And so they agreed to service us as well. And what they do is they have a presence in the community, a little desk and some exercise equipment they bring. And then residents can choose on their own to take on their services. So maybe they need some physical therapy for walking or balance, or maybe they need some speech therapy, which I've just recently learned can actually help you with your memory, which is why it's really important for seniors to be cognizant of if they're having some memory issues, and they can help you develop ways to help that. And so they have been coming for about 2 months now, helping residents with those things.
So do they come on a regular basis, or is this by appointment, April?
So I'm sort of out of the loop as far as how often they can and can't come. They determine that through the residents' insurance, but they come as necessary. So you may need 3 times a week to start and then go back down to 1 time a week. The one thing they really put out there is if you ended up in a assisted living or into a nursing home with needing some skilled care, you only get a certain amount of therapy, a certain amount of days and things like that, because there's all those other residents there getting those services. When it's in your own home, they can come more often, and insurance will pay for it more often.
So again, you're just getting this started. What are some of the comments you've heard from your residents about this?
They really like it. In fact, they offer us a free health screening every 3 months to any resident in the entire building. And after they did their first one, I noticed a lot more residents out walking, exercising, all on their own without services because they're trying to prevent needing services. So just having them in the building has helped residents become more active.
Outstanding. Just another great feature for Regency Retirement. If people would like to find out more information, April, how can they best do that?
They can go to our website, regencyofclinton.com, or give me a call, 242-1010 in Clinton, or email, and they can do that through the website.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.
And now from the KROS Newsroom, here is Sydney Ellen.
It's Tuesday, February 28th, and here are your local news headlines. A teenager from Clinton has been sentenced up to 10 years in prison for shooting 2 people in a Clinton restaurant parking lot in November. Chandrea Jackson, age 17, was sentenced to prison on February 16th on an amended charge of intimidation with a dangerous weapon, a Class C felony, in connection with shootings outside of McDonald's at 729 North 2nd Street on November 2nd. She pleaded guilty to the charge January 12th, and 2 counts of attempted murder were dropped at the sentencing, pursuant to a plea agreement.